Recently, I'm not sure if you've been on TikTok, but recently on TikTok there has been a trend of people coming out and blaming some of the things that are currently happening within the black community on the CIA, right? And here's some examples.
Trying to kill my soul like John Wall. He a dumbass, he think we fighting. On the drill, boy, this shit exciting. And it feel way more than a Viking. Now I'm in the feel, I remember the.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Selling white, selling me at the same damn time.
Niggas is talking about the CIA is up 40, CIA up 50. Bro, the CIA has been on the bench for the last 20 years. We are destroying ourselves, and they sitting back like, oh, there it go. I saw this one video, this chick get on here saying, oh, white dudes know how to treat black girls. I said, yo, there it go right there. He not even in the game, and we still losing, nigga.
Now, does the CIA have a hand in where the black community is today? Of course, absolutely. What they did in the 80s and 90s will never be replicated ever again when it comes to a country or a government trying to destroy a group of people. However, I think we all at least need to acknowledge within the black community, the CIA already won. They already won. To put in basketball terms, they are up 4-0 20 years ago, and we're still playing. Right, they don't even have their bench players in. They already won. They swept the series. They don't have their bench players in. They had the bench players in for the fourth game because they didn't want their starters to get hurt for the next season. That's how bad it is. In fact, the only person still there in the gym with us is the water boy, and all he's doing is filling our cups with Zeus Network, Sexy Red, Baddies, Tyler Perry movies, shit like that. You know, Shade Room. That's essentially what he's doing, and honestly, I get it. You know, we're losing that fight, so blaming it on them is fine. But that section of the CIA that they used to fuck us over, that is mostly memorabilia, if not already transitioned into a new department. So yeah, blaming a lot of the things that we're doing to ourselves on the CIA, it's understandable. It definitely has some ground to run on. But it's not as concrete as some of these TikToks would, allow you to think. Like, they're not just actively doing it, right? It's the water boy. He's filling the cups of Gatorade with shit that's supposed to keep us distracted so we can keep shooting in their hoop, right? We're not even scoring on our own basket. We're going in theirs. That's how fucked up we're doing. Like, these are some of the conversations that people are speculating that the CIA had a hand in.
DL Whisperer, who gon' be the boys? What have Palestinians done for Black Lives Matter? Blue Ivy, too grown. Miss Shirley should not be doing the Where the Fans At challenge. A single mother of 10 kids at the age of 22, living in a one-bedroom apartment. I'm the fourth baby mama, but I gave him his first son. Don Julio x Popeyes collab. Should children be eating seafood boil? Should I buy a seafood boil for my stepchildren? $17,000 prom. My dad dropped out in the 6th grade, and now my brother dropped out in the 1st grade. My daughter isn't allowed to wear perfume or get braids because that's too grown and that's going to be enticing grown men. Black men aren't going to college because going to college is a feminine trait, and black women will still get with black men even if they don't have an education. Dragged my client across the floor and then took her hair out because her payment didn't go through. My people, every time I see one of these conversations, one of these bullshit ass conversations that people who look like me are participating in, I can only think the CIA is doing its job. CIA doesn't even need to be working overtime anymore. Just get one person to post a video that will distract us for the next 2 months and then do it again. My people, Ronald Reagan is cackling, doing backflips in his grave. He's looking up upon us and smiling. Get it together.
In reality, a lot of these things are just black people setting ourselves back, right? Every time there's a new discussion on Shade Room, I like to call the people that are follow the Shade Room blacks. You know, if you think I'm using that as like a slur, it is. They can't, those kind of blacks, those Shade Room blacks, we're not sure, like, scientifically if they can, have a cognitive thought in their heads. That's how unsure we are of what those blacks, those Shade Room blacks are doing over there. But every time a new conversation comes up about Boosie saying, oh, I think gay people should all die. What the fuck why would you even promote this shit? Right? Or fucking, I don't know. Oh, DDG and Hailey having relationship issues. Should DDG never see Halo again? Shit like that. Or, oh, this rapper just bought his wife like a $30,000 ring. Women, should we expect this from men? Like, shit like that. It's just harmful. Like, imagine World Star 20 in 2017 and amplify that by like 10. That's how bad it is. Like, we're at a point where it's just commonplace. Now, I'm not one to shame female rappers for the shit that they rap about. I'm all for owning your sexuality if that's what you want to do. But Sexy Red, I'm not saying she works for the CIA, but they definitely push her music. They definitely push her music. And I'm not even trying to be rude or anything, but like, realistically, music like hers, music like Young Boys, Tay-K, especially Tay-K, these people, their music definitely gets pushed. Any music that is overly murder music, it definitely gets pushed. Now, I do think King Von was an exception to this rule, but mainly because he was actually a serial killer. And that's the kind of shit that we prop up by ourselves, because the system works so perfectly that all they need is that water boy. Here's some Gatorade. Oh yeah, go fuck yourselves over. That's how bad we are at this point. But hey, I just think the TikToks are funny, and at least people can recognize that we know where it's coming from. We just don't want to fix it. But hey, yo, that's the video. I'll see you in the next one. Peace, love, and happiness. And we need to work at it. But that's it. Peace.